Look at this. It's just moving, dude. Look at the size of it. It's pushing this whole thing on top of our fish.
Let's
catch him up.
Woo! With Catch 'em All Fishing with Zak Catchem.
Look at this fish. Oh my God. Catch him up. Guys, I saw some movement. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Remember I said I saw some movement? It's just moving, dude. I'm wondering why this is collapsing. This is actually moving.
Are those bubbles?
It might be a fish. It might be a fish that's peeking its head through here. That mudfish. What is that? It might be a freaking turtle. Oh my God, I think it's a turtle, dude. It's moving all of this. That's why this slid down. There's turtles burying themselves in here. It's got to be a turtle. It's got to be a turtle. I don't want to shove my hand down here. There's a lot of movement. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a turtle. That's got to be, right? That's a turtle. That's got to be a turtle. I don't know if this is a snapper though. If something's moving like this, it probably would be a snapper. Oh my God, if that thing bites me, where's its face? Oh my God, that thing would bite the hell out of you. Oh, please don't be your face, dude. Oh, that's it's a big animal. Look at the size of it. I can't really see it. It's right underneath there. How could I get this thing out? It's pushing this whole thing. It's pushing this on top of our fish. Our fish has like kind of dug down here. Oh yeah, that's a turtle for sure. Oh look, I got him.
Oh,
there's his head right there. Tail right here. Look at that, dude. Look at that. It's a freaking turtle, son.
What are you doing,
just
bud?
Keep the shovel. There might be another one right there. There might be another one right here. Dude, I'm so spooked. It's pushing. I can't. It's pushing down. Oh my God.
Isn't this like a noodler's worst nightmare?
Yes, it is. It's digging down. There's a hole that goes straight down. Oh my God, there's a hole. There's a big old hole. Oh! There's a hole and it goes straight down. There was another one. There's something that hit this. Unless it was one of my catfish, hit the shovel, dude. But there's a hole that goes straight to the other side. So the hole they dug was to here, and that's why this collapsed. Look at the catfish. The catfish is like, what's going on? I bet I could actually touch the catfish with the opposite end of the shovel. Something hit the shovel, I'm telling you. There might be multiple turtles in here. We had a GoPro on one. This might be the GoPro one from a million years ago. Remember we put a GoPro on one?
Yeah.
Look at that guy. I don't know the measurements or anything. Look how deep, look how deep. Look how deep the shovel's going.
Oh my gosh.
There's a whole burrow kind of thing down there. So that's why the catfish are kind of chasing up in there. We gotta lift all of this up. That's why it collapsed. The turtles, and that's why you don't want turtles in your pond. Turtles, and probably the fish as well, dug down into it. Take a step back. Get how big this den was. It looks like they kind of dug this way, and I promise you, something kicked this. It might have been a catfish that hit the end of my shovel. It could have been that. Hopefully it was just this one guy. But that is ridiculous. I mean, snapping turtles aren't really like animals that are swimming with other turtles, but the cold snap gets things acting stupid, and this is the first piece of all of this that gets that sunlight, that really hardcore sunlight that's not attached to the lake. So they might be digging on this side. I don't know. I always find turtles all the time when it's warm out, but I've never seen one like under the mud like that. This is a big boy. This honestly might be that one. Thank God if we got that freaking thing out of there. The one that we put a GoPro on a million years ago. There are those leeches on them. Look at that on the belly.
Ugh.
Yucky. That guy will bite the guts out of you. But unfortunately for him, it's warm enough now. Let's go see what temperature it actually is. Because our arowana is looking pretty good. we just treated him with this bin. We put him in here in the last video. We caught him with this. We treated him with some Cyro Pro, which is just for like any mites, anything, lice, anything like that, which I don't think it has. I think it has a fungus. We also treated him with the Pimafix that just kills all the fungus. We just doused him with it in this hardcore and then immediately released him into the pond. And he's kicking. He stopped a little bit for a little minute, but he's kicking now. And he's at least still alive. I mean, I thought for sure he was gonna be dead last night. We were gonna find him on the bottom right here. With all the buzzards and everything we found, death left and right every single day, I thought this was gonna be hoping to be the last thing that dies. I don't know if he's gonna make it. He's looking really weird. Look at him, he stopped right now as I'm talking. You good, fam? Hey, hey, swim, swim.
Don't stop, bud.
Swim! Swim!
Oh, no.
Every time we talk about this thing, it wants to die on camera. It did the same thing last night. But he's kicking, but he's staying out of the sunlight. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna leave him like that. So the best thing I could possibly do is just leave him in there. I treated him, and they just hope for the best. But I'm glad I got you out of here. I don't think they're eating right now because the water's pretty cold, but like I said, let's go see how cold it actually is. Let's get him away, first of all, from the rest of these fish, because these things keep digging. I'm gonna have no pond. I'm gonna have to rebuild entirely. Sorry, my friend, you must be free. You get direct sunlight right now. Let's see how long it takes for that guy to find water. He's not gonna climb up this hill, I don't think. That would be super goofy. Let's put that right there to persuade him not to do that. But anyway, let's check the temperature over here. If the lowest temperature we have is in this bottom pool, we have 2 pumps feeding into these guys, and look at these guys huddled up. Check this out. Oh my God, they're swimming around. Now look straight down. Look how huddled up they are. They're all stacked up like a can of sardines. Look at them, 1, 2, look at them all. Everyone's good though, at least alive. Look at them all doing that weird thing. They're like cows, dude. Is that not crazy to see that? Where's Big Red? Come on over here, Tim. Let's switch sides. You can see Big Red right here. But they don't have any fungus, anything like that.
Oh.
Kind of spooking them. Big Red's right here too. Big Red's clearly right there. Awesome. And he looks good. And they're active at least, which means that the water temperature probably raised up from it was this morning, 66. Let's see what we're at today. Oh, 69. Come on, look. Can you see that straight down? 69. Can you see that?
Yep.
69 degrees. We've been constantly monitoring it. 69 is an all-time high since this great winter solstice has come and absolutely wrecked us. And all these little guys have been doing pretty well. We've had a lot of deaths with those little zebrafish back here. We lost an arowana, obviously, but I still have one of the zebrafish alive, and everything else in here. The koi are obviously cold receptive. They're good with that. But we haven't lost the high fin sharks, which are in the corner right against the wall over there. Those guys are doing well. There's a little ripsaw in here. He's doing well. There's other cichlids in here. They're doing okay. And these guys back here, these guys are all surviving. You remember that one? If I'm not sure if you're following.
They're doing backflips?
Yeah, it was doing backflips in a video we just recently posted. Look, he's still kind of doing backflippy stuff. You can see he's doing the most, the bigger one. And there's the goldfish that we found. He's doing all right. But this bigger one that's running around a lot, you can't even tell he's stupid. he's acting a little bit frantic, but he's still alive. We still have a lot of life in here, and look who's leaving. Come here. Look who's freaking leaving. He's like, I am out of here. Bye-bye, Jeff. That's pretty funny. I mean, with all the death that we found, I keep getting spurts of like my moods right now are like up and down with all the life and all the death, because I keep getting hope and then I keep getting tragedy, just absolute tragedy. It was wonderful having you. I'm seeing things like this, you know, at least there is some life around here. We just were messing around with Luke, who was randomly just wandering the streets. Oh my God, bro. Everything in the Everglades, all the exotics back there, dead. And then there's alligators that just scoop them up. If there's something slow, oh my God. Something is slow moving, like this guy, if an alligator found that thing moving that slow on the edge, he'd be just scooped up. And they just come out and get all the sunlight in the middle of the day. The alligators are eating right now, guys. I promise you that. In fact, we have a ton of iguanas that we're gonna bring over to our friend Ben at Gatorama and feed all the crocs and stuff that we froze over there. Look, he's gone. See you later. Swam off strong. Let's take one more look at our arowana, guys. But all the death brings life to a lot of other things. Like down here in South Florida, we have all these exotic cichlids, all these things that have been just wiped out. Even the peacocks, guys, I tell you this 100 times, it's not the snakeheads that have been doing the damage. The peacocks destroy every little minnow. And look at our pond. We had no minnows at this pond. And look at the surface over there, especially in the corner to the left. There's so many minnows now, and there was none at all because we had little peacocks in here that just swam up and were like birthed out from the lake. All the peacocks are wiped out. Carlos wiped out all the little walking catfish. All the little invasives are getting wiped out, and our native fish are gonna come back to life. Maybe we'll see some big largemouth bass in 10 years after a cold freeze like this. So it's not all bad. But for me personally, I love the exotics. I love the giant fish, the arowana, stuff like that. And most of those fish are probably getting wiped out. There are definitely a few special hardy fish, like our guy right here. I'm surprised he's even alive, but so far so good. There's still a couple days that are coming that are kind of cold with a little bit of rain, but there's a drought coming as well. And the drought means no rain. No rain means we should continue to get warmer and warmer down here because it's just not going to put all that cold water, and the sunlight should heat up all these beautiful fish. I don't know how he's going to do, but all those turtles kicked up all this stuff when I messed with them. I don't know how many were in there, but we know there was at least one, and I told you there's a tunnel that goes out of it. So luckily we even saw that. I wouldn't have seen it if I wasn't on that side messing with the arowana. But it's looking like I made our pond nice and dirty too. Turtles are probably running all over this thing, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. We got to look at all these things. If any type of turtle or anything pops up or dies, we want to get it out of there as fast as possible. But like I said, it's 69 degrees. Once it's over 72, all the fish are pretty much chilling. 70 degrees even, the fish are pretty much chilling. And then they're going to start eating around 72 degrees. So we're going to see how everything does. So far, no big gigantic deaths in this pond. We had the gourami loss, that was heartbreaking, but my personal fish, we've had no deaths, fingers crossed, on this pond. We had a couple little guys, but nothing giant that's like super hard to replace. The bigger the fish, I mean, that takes years to get that big. They don't just get big overnight, guys. So we're gonna see what happens the next couple days when it gets a little warmer. Unfortunately, there are some minnows that don't survive as well as others, and they shall be sacrificed to the turtle police. Hey y'all, my friends. I forgot there's holes in here, and that thing will probably just drift out, but whatever. I tell you, there's strong guys and then there's weak guys. All of life in the animal kingdom, they're not all the same. That's why there's giant, just monstrous fish, and sometimes just cookie cutter little things. Look right over past the cage of minnows. Look at that, another peacock. Stupid. 69 degree water, and he just bumped straight in. Look at this. Oh, just bumped straight. He's bumping into everything. These things are just dying. I don't know what the deal is with the water changing as far as right now the temperature. It's rising, and the fish are dying. I don't know if it's something to do with all this gunk right here or what, but the peacocks are still dying, and the water temperature is going up. It's 69, and like I said, they do much better 70 plus, but God, it's just non-stop death, bro. They cannot survive it. They cannot keep up.
I mean, I don't think it's only that gunk, because they're dying everywhere else.
No, yeah, no, they're dying everywhere. But I'm saying, I mean,
it probably doesn't help.
Yeah, but they can't survive. They don't have enough body fat. I don't know what it is. They're not making it. They're just continuing to die. Even though it's getting warmer outside, the water temperature is getting warmer, these fish are still dying. It's like insane. Get away from my swamp. The more I look at this, I think it's just pollen. I think it's just a bunch of like rotting pollen. You know what I mean? To be laced up and locked up like that, I don't think it's like a killer algae or anything. I think it's just nasty pollen. Look at it right here. And when you touch it, it kind of just dissipates. I think that's just a rotting pollen. There's no red tide per se, I don't think, in fresh water that I've ever witnessed. But I don't know. I've only taken one marine biology class in college, and I don't remember talking about any type of red tide in any fresh water. So who knows? Well, I don't see the arowana at the top of the pond. I'm thinking he's probably stuck over there in the drain. 23-inch fish. Big boy. Sorry, pal. Look at the mouth on that thing. You never get to see him. Oh, man. Thing catches birds, jumps up in the air. Catch birds in the heavens, my friends. Catch 'em up! Woo!